Welcome those who might be watching at home, and we hope that soon you'll be able to come and join us here. It'd be lovely to see you. Anyway, we come to a Bible reading I'd like to just share before we have our talk for all ages. And it comes from 1 John. It's the letter, not the gospel, the letter 1 John, and it's in chapter 3, verses 1 to 3. And it writes, "How great is the love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God. And that's what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it does not know him. Dear friends, now we are children of God, and what we will be has not yet been made known. But we know that when he appears, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Everyone who has this hope in him purifies himself, just as he is pure." Well, I hope fathers here got a card from their children or even their grandchildren. I received one this morning. My son was staying with us last night and he gave it to me this morning with some licorice, all sorts. He knows what I like. So that's lovely. My daughter sent one. She lives in Leicester, and I received that, and I opened that early. Naughty. Okay, young people, how much are you worth? Do you know how much? Not only young people. Unless you consider yourself old, it's all of us. Young people, what are you worth? Can anybody tell me what this is worth? Can you see it from there? It is worth £10. Do you believe that? If you were to take this into a shop and give it to somebody, do you think they'd give you £10 worth of goods for it? There's a promise on it, isn't it? Okay, God values us. You have a value, you know. What we do with it, I saw this in a Bible Society course, and it said, you know what we do with what God has given us? We screw up our lives. Do you look at your life sometimes and you think, I've screwed it up, I've made a mess? God knows that. God knows that. But you tell me, this screwed up piece of whatever it is, can you tell me what it's worth screwed up? It's still worth £10, isn't it? It's still worth £10. We screw up our lives, and God says, but I'm going to look at you in the way that Jesus looks at you. I love you. You are perfect in Christ. Okay, you're a little wrinkled, and God can straighten that out. You may be going through a really tough time at the moment, and you don't understand. You may think that you're not valued anymore. Nobody seems to value it. God says, I love you so much, I will exchange my son for you. That's how much I love you. So don't ever think that you have no value. Even if other people don't value, God says you're as worth as much as I originally made you to be. Isn't that lovely? I was blessed when I saw that. It seemed so simple, but I can understand times when I've messed up. And I think, God, how can you still love me after I said that, after I did that, after I didn't do that? We're always thinking what we should have done and what we could have done, or what we didn't do or did do.